Welcome back, everyone, to the next episode of Stupid is as Stupid Does. So, what have we got lined up this time? Well, believe it or not, we are going to attempt to build the internals on the new base. And by attempt, I mean exactly that. Because once again, we are going into the mysterious realm of what you do when you don't know what you're doing. Okay, let's have a look. I've been thinking about these lights and I don't think I've got enough. I think two more. Now, because I'm going to use this area or some of this area as a sort of a bedroom lounge kitchen area, it will be in glass, which will be tinted. So I think probably two more sets of these lights are what I'm going to need. If I can remember where they are. 3, 4, no. There. That was them, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that was the ones, wasn't it? Yeah, that was it. Okay, and we're going to need steel plate, of which, of course, I didn't carry any, because even though I knew what I was going to be doing, I decided not to do it anyway. Because, who actually does anything they're meant to be doing? Okay. Let's get 100 of those. And we'll get 50 of those. See if that'll plan out most of it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That should light all of them up. Now, all we've got to do is fix them. I know this is a long way of doing it, but I have a one-track mind. So we shall see what we shall see, and if we don't see it, well, I guess we won't see it. Then I can adjust those lights. I'll put them all together in a group. Ah, damn it. Found the wrong way, isn't it? Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. What? Okay. Yeah, that's better. That's enough light to see everything. Doesn't have to be any brighter. Yeah, okay. Now, the next thing is, how do I set things out and what am I going to do with them? Well, first off, I want the emergency stuff here close to the door in case I'm in a hurry. So the obvious way to do that is to have my O2H2 generator close to the door. And I know there's a real fancy one. Which I think this is the one. Yep. So that one go there. That needs an attachment underneath for the ice, but I can put the ice directly in there. Okay. On the other side, I wanted to put the no, that's not it. I see. But is that the only one I can have? Corner medical room, that was the one I was thinking of. Okay. Corner medical room. Yeah, I think that's the way I wanted it. So that's the medical room and that's the O2. Okay. Now, next to that, we put in the armory. I did have one, but I can't remember if I used it again or not. No. Okay, I haven't. So, if we put the armory in there, armory lockers or armory. Ah. Oh, I see. Why not? So I had one up there. Says it's not available, but it's available. Well, I don't quite know how you work out that it's not available. The armory there. Now, I know I don't need a cloning tank, but it would be fun having it because, well, it's fun. So, I thought it was called cloning tank, custom type controller. We gotta go looking for it again, do we? Oh, cryo, that's what it is. Yeah, that was the one. I'll put it in there in the meantime. I know I had it, but I can't remember. I might have to have just a big clean out of everything. And, no, that's not the one I want anyway. That's the one I want. Yeah, I know. I got caught last time, didn't I? Okay. So that would be all those. Now, what I need to do, this is coming in here. Anything I need in an emergency should all be here. Right? That also means I've got to connect up those as well, which I shall do after. So, do I bring this to the edge? The obvious thing to do would be bring this to the edge here and run it down that side. Okay, let's not worry about that for the moment because we've got other things to do. Now, in here, we are going to need to have our food dispenser. And of course, all this stuff, I can't remember if I've got it or not, can I? Quarter medical. There's the bloody thing there. What was number 6? Assembler? No. That's all the windows. Or some of them. No, no, that's it there. Okay, then what I needed was food producer or kitchen, whatever you like to call it. Food processor. Okay.
Energy low.
Oh, thanks. Looks like it's a quick trip up top again. And such a happy, happy joy, isn't it? We'll still use this for reduction. Refinery. Let's see, possibly all this can go in there. I've got to think about this a bit more. This is probably just as easy to leave this here rather than moving it all. And I don't think I need a refinery down here. I could just put in the manufacturing thing. Okay, so we have the kitchen there, facing that way. We then, what can we look at? Yeah, well, yes, of course. That's furniture. What do we have? That's sparks of the future signals heavy industry field work. You could have packed. That's what I was looking at, wasn't it? Bed. So Okay, that should be enough to play around with, eh? Alright, so kitchen. What was number 3? Was the kitchen, okay. Number 1 was the armory. We've done all that, we've done that, done that. Number 4 was the bed. That's a weird looking bed. Okay. Bed, kitchen. Kitchen. Bathroom. Toilet. Um, this is getting complicated because I don't know what I'm doing again. So I'm going to need what size windows? 3 by 3? No. I'll pull that back from there. If I run the windows directly there, that's going to be out of place. The other way is to run the hallways, but I don't want to put hallways there. So what if I put the windows there? Three by three flat. Nope, we definitely don't want them. So what is number 9? 2 by 3 flat. Too high as well. So what are we going to do about the wall structure? This is where it's going to get strange. Um, do we have 3 by 1? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 flat. 3 by 3 flat. We don't want windows, dummy. You want walls. But those walls are fairly thick. Which doesn't help. This, don't know if this works. What if we do that? Remove that. Then I'm gonna need girders, aren't I? So let's go over and do all the... Need some girders so I can actually see it, rather than trying to sort of imagine what it's going to be like. Is there no inverted for this? For the 1 by 1? Oh, there is. That would have to be like that, wouldn't it? Okay, so that's not working. So if it's not inverted, which one is it? 1 bone flat inverted. One by 2 flat, 1 by 2 flat, 1 by 1 flat. That's the pucker there. Okay. Then over there, we should have, or should be able to fit, threes. Of course they're there. Oh well. Any more of you around just while I'm sort of having a look at things? Okay, no one around. Let's go and top everything up while I'm here. Because God knows what's going to happen next. And I know I'm going to have to alter that and change things about 5 times by the time I get it set out. So, what do I want to put across the top? We can go 3 by 3s. Hmm. We don't want the couch there. That can come out. So what if we changed all that? Let's see. One by two. That'll make it 3, wouldn't it? So it was 3 by 3 and 2 by 3. Three by 3 flat inverted. Okay. This is not making a lot of sense to me, but hopefully it'll work out. 1 by 2. 1 by 2. 1 by 1. 1 by 1. 3 by 3. By 3. 2 by 3. So the 1 by 2 I think this is the only way I can do it. I don't like the idea of having it done like that. But That's inverted. 6. Seven, that's inverted. 2 by 3 flat. That's not the one I wanted. This sometimes just gets a little bit beyond control. So I want a 2 by 1 flat. Flat inverted. Flat. Flat inverted. 2 by 3 flat. Two by 3 flat, which means that has to come out. And in theory, the 2 by 3 no, that's right, it was 2 by 1, wasn't it? 2 by 3's no good. I'm making a mess of this, aren't I? So it's 1. We want 2 by 1 and 1 by 1. Two by 1 flat. Right, 2 by 1 flat. Then we want a 1 by 1 flat. Okay. Two by 1 flat. And number 5. One by 1. Now, on the law of averages, that's all fucking wrong. Of course it would be. Whatever made you think it wouldn't be. So the whole bloody lot's wrong. Well, didn't you do well? You just managed to screw it all up. So let's try that again, shall we? So we've got to go back and get the 3 by 3. Okay. That should be it there. Which means here, that's got to be a 2x3. That should cover the lot. Right, so if I've got that right, that should all be covered in, except I can't get out. Well done. Okay. Well, that was pretty bloody stupid, wasn't it? Ah. Okay. So these are living quarters. And already we're out of time and we haven't done anything yet. This is not very good. All right. Well, let's go and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because then at least I'll know what we've got done. And we can start thinking about getting most of that stuff done. Oops. I like those big drops at the end. Right, everything out of there and there. Okay, that gets all that started. We've got a lot of building to do down there. And one day I will learn to actually do editing, so I take all those long silent blanks out which is where I'm trying to think of what the hell I'm doing. Because nothing of this is planned. I don't believe in plans, because if you make plans, you're going to screw it up anyway. So why not screw it up from the word go and save yourself making plans? It's easy. Okay, we've got some of them. Let's see how much we can get done. And if it's what I think I imagined. Okay. It sort of looks like I thought, a glassed up area with one-way glass in it, which is about what I was trying to get. Oh, bloody out of girders. Why are we always out of girders? Have you lot got a thing about girders, have you? Okay, that looks about what the sort of look I was looking for, if you can understand what I mean. It's a separate box, or separate area. I suppose I could have made it curved, and then it has its own entrance and exit. And all this stuff eventually will have to be connected up to whatever it is that I have to connect it up to. So the next thing will be to make all this and to do whatever the connections are that I have to do. Which I'm not sure of, but must make sense to somebody. Even if it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so that's everything there. So there's our little glass box. And I'm going to have to think a little bit more carefully about where I'm going to put things. Because you wouldn't normally have your bedroom close to the door. So I should have kitchen sinks and food processor all down this end. All right. Okay, so now we have to put the door back. And guess what? I can't remember if I've still bloody got it here. I think I took it. I think I cancelled it, didn't I? I think I cancelled it. Oh well. Back to the GG. Okay. Of course I got no girders left. Whatever made you think you would have some girders left? I can hear those damn wolves all the time, but I can never see them, so I don't know where the hell they are. It's got to be one caught somewhere. Okay. I don't know what that was all about. Okay. So, well, at least we got that far. We've got the bedroom done. And all we've got to do is all this bloody lot. Got nothing in the builder. So, what I might do is get all this ordered. I think that's all of it. Get all that stuff ordered and underway. That'll take a while to get done. And because we're nearly out of time again. God, time seems to fly when you don't know what you're doing. Okay. So, we've got the interior room done. We haven't got it worked out yet because without using a lot of mods, I can only sparsely furnish it. Which means it's not going to look all that great, but I've got to work out properly where I can put stuff and how it's going to go. Because a lot of it might not fit. And that could be a problem. But we can do all our color coding later. I know that we've still got a long way to go before we get anything done. That stuff takes a while to do, doesn't it? Hmm. Okay, so we're going to just tune that up a bit. So we don't run out of go juice. Being medical comps. Well, that could take a while. So, if we get all that part done, at least it looks as though we've accomplished something rather than just 2 walls and a glass roof. Even though it did take me an hour to work out how to do it. Nevertheless, we shall persevere and see what we end up with, because there's not much else we can do. Well, there's a lot we can do, we just don't know what it is yet. As soon as we work that out, we shall be an engineer. Which means I'm in for a miserable time for the next 4 or 5 years. Now, how much more have we got here? Why can't we withdraw medical comps? I don't know how I seem to always end up with too much stuff there. Because I sure didn't design it that way. Right, that's done. That's done. That's done. And that's done. So, they're all there. And really all I need for that is to put ice in there, because that's all I have to, that's all I really need for that, isn't it?
Inventory full.
Okay. So really, what I need is to get that in there. And it all works. And over here, that all works there. Okay, so that's all working. Miracle of miracles. Which means that's also working. So I don't have to go back there at the moment. Close that door. I can pop under there, say goodnight all. And hopefully we'll catch you next time. Because we are out of time again. Because I've run over time again. And we haven't done much. So thank you all for coming. And hopefully we can improve the next time.